some more than a number, but wait for Saturday night. I know, I can't sing, I can't dance, it's all right, but I try. Anyway, our first guest here, what do you call this? Round the table? Yeah, round the table today, is a self-confessed best supporting actor. But oh, what a support he's been. Now, not only has he shared the screen with, wait for it, Sean Connery, Albert Finney, Rock Hudson, now that's only a few. He's also the only actor to starred on film with, guess who, both the Beatles and Elvis. To tell us more, please welcome the very wonderful Norman Rossington. Here he is. And Elvis, it's not fair.
Hi, Norm.
Hello, Lionel. Elvis, Beatles, I mean, this is live. Look, I'm still shaking. It reminds me of the army game. Look at this.
That's gone back a few years.
Oh, yes, it is. 40.
Is it 40?
Stum.
Oh,
Yes.
good. I wouldn't know anything about that.
No, of course you wouldn't.
Oh, we're off to a good start.
So was I.
Not even a child, perhaps. Anyway, Elvis and the Beatles.
Yeah.
What a lineup. What do you remember about Elvis? Tell us.
He was a gentleman.
Was he?
He really was the most charming, professional gentleman. He was one of the great, possibly the greatest entertainer of this century in his field. A gentleman, he really was. Really.
Did you get to meet him? Because I know that very often it was said that he had all these minders who tried to keep people...
Yes, there were a lot of lads. I think I had about 10. Yeah, one who used to hold his water, his glass of water, that is.
I thought that's what you meant, yes.
One is driver, Marty and John, the two head lads, who I got to know quite well.
So you never socialised with him?
No, of course not. Actors don't... unless you're on location in a foreign part, you don't really socialise with you.
What was the movie, though, that you were working on with him?
It was called Double Trouble. I was in...
Oh, yeah.
I happened to be in Hollywood at the time, making another film with the great and lovely Mr. Rock Hudson.
Ah.
And one day the telephone went, and my agent said, Norman, Mel Ballerino, the head of casting in MGM, Culver City, wants to see you. They're casting a film with Elvis, and they would like to see you. So I jumped in my Mustang, as you do in Hollywood, drove down to Culver City, went in, and the policeman on the gate was a guy called Ken Hollywood. What a coincidence.
Not his
Got
real
to know him
name.
very well. No, his real name. And he said, they're waiting for you at Suite so-and-so, so-and-so. So I went in and saw Norman Torog, a very respected Hollywood director, Irving Winkler and Judd Bernard, the two producers. They virtually said, we're making a film with Mr. Presley, and we'd like you to be in it. And I said, I'd like that very much.
I bet you did. And what sort of part did you play in it?
I played a jewel thief with a wonderful actor, an Australian actor called Chips Rafferty. Oh. And so we never really had any scenes with Elvis, because you're always trying to nick the jewels, you see. But there were a couple of scenes when I was with him, but I was with him 6 weeks, and it was an incredibly...
I can think of so many women out there today in the studio. 6 weeks with Elvis, girls.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was like a private Elvis concert every day, and the guy was charming, professional. I was getting a bit homesick by then. I'd been in Hollywood for quite some time, and every Tuesday morning I used to go to the big newsstand on Hollywood and Vine on the corner and get every English newspaper I'd get my hands on, take them back to the studio and read them throughout the week. And Elvis got to hear about this and sent John and Marty over one day and said, Elvis hears that you've got all the English newspapers, can he read them when you've finished? I said, sure. And I didn't have the courage to say, why don't you come to England?
And you've regretted it.
I've regretted it ever since.
Now, you guys, Lionel and you worked together on the Beatles
Yes,
film.
we were in Hard Day's Night together.
That's right, we were.
We weren't in the same scene, but I don't think we were.
Well, we were at the Scarlet Theatre when you did all that wonderful...
Right.
I'm so happy when I dance with you.
That's
Can you do a bit of it?
Well, now, yes, that was a wonderful experience, wasn't it? Weren't they lovely guys?
Wonderful. 4 lads from Liverpool. I think I only got the job because my name was Norm. I was a Scouser. Where is Esther McAvoy, by the way?
Yes.
Fabulous fun, wasn't
And
it?
it was a great time.
I mean, I've never been through anything like it. Never have been through anything like it. Never will go
Did
through
you go to
anything
the
like
premiere of the film?
Yes, indeed.
Wasn't that incredible?
I still got the
Liverpool.
invitation.
I went to the one in Liverpool.
So did I, the town hall, At the Odeon, David Jacobs did the commentary.
But, you know, if you don't mind me saying this, I know you've worked in so many TV programmes and films all over a very long career, but you've always sort of played rather more minor parts. You've played with all the big names, but why did it not really happen to that same extent for you, Norman, do you think?
I'm not a star. It's quite simple. No, when I was a lad, when I was 19, I decided to become an actor, which thank goodness. I tried to assess myself, what I had, and And I thought, well, I'm never going to play Hamlet. I didn't want to anyway, too many lines. And you've got to be tall, dark and handsome. Even with lifts, I couldn't make it. So I knew my role would be and at drama school, we were given a classical training. And the principal of the drama school said, you know, you're going to be trained to be the backbone of the British theatre. I thought, I wonder what the others are going to do. And that's what I trained. So I realised, you know, that I would be playing like the Dogberries, the Gravedigger in Hamlet, things like that. And I was happily suited.
But the wonderful thing about that, Norman, is you will always work.
Yeah.
There are some stars that arrive and then go.
They come and they go.
But you will always...
Well, guys like, you know, the character actors we throw up in England, Ronnie Fraser, now sadly just gone, Roy Kinnear's gone, Bernie Cribbins, Graham Stark, Bill Fraser, Alfie Bass, dozens of us, you know, always popping up. I see films now and they pop up and I said, I can't remember making that one.
But you're playing at the moment, round the corner, West
We're
End.
playing in the cherry on the top of my theatrical cake. Beauty and the Beast at the Dominion Theatre, and it is sensational.
Yes, it is.
It really is. You've seen it, haven't you?
It's
There you are. Look, there you are.
Oh, there I am, yes.
Yeah,
Good.
Maurice.
Gosh, when I was younger,
Yes.
of course.
Maurice.
Maurice, the old, crazy old Maurice.
Yes.
Beauty's father.
Yeah.
They've got a great sense of humour, haven't they?
No, it's a wonderful show. I saw it and everything. And you play a sort of... You make things, don't you?
I'm the mad inventor.
The man inventor. But you are a carpenter too,
I
by
am
trade.
a carpenter,
You make
yes.
things.
You said that was your working life, wasn't it? I mean,
Well-
you started out and trained as a carpenter. Not very sexy idea, dear.
You haven't seen my mortises and tenons.
No, I haven't. No. What are you doing after the show, etc.?
Doing a dovetail joint. No, my first job was on Liverpool docks, and the Albert Dock in Liverpool, and the dockmaster's office. I was an office boy there for several weeks and whatever.
Really?
And then became a joiner carpenter,
Yes.
and then a draftsman, and then found out what I wanted to do.
Speaking of joining and everything, you've just had a hip replacement, are you?
Yes, I had a hip
Now,
replacement.
do you recommend that? Because there must be lots of people watching saying, should I or shouldn't I? You know, and everything.
It's wonderful. You know, all the pain goes, you can walk again. I did it properly, and mine was done at Wrightington Hospital, where the operation was created by Mr. Charnley, his name was. He was an engineer surgeon, and he created the operation. And one of his disciples is a man called Kevin Harding, who did my operation on the National Health, I'm happy to say. And all the pain, it is incredible. You have to learn how to walk again. It was
Well, she's had
4
two,
years ago.
hasn't she?
Queen Mother
Yeah.
had two.
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli and Sammy Davis.
Yeah.
All
And Gillian Lynn, the choreographer, she's had 2. But it is
Are you
incredible.
going to write a book about hip replacements?
No, I just think it's nice to give people, to tell people that
I'm looking forward to a head replacement.
it's something that you can do.
Quite agree. Well, we spoke about all the wonderfully exciting men, or some of them, no, only a small proportion, presumably, you've worked with. But for the sake of the fellas, let's just briefly for a minute talk about the wonderful women. Joan Collins, a beautiful woman you've worked with.
She's even better close up.
Really?
She is incredible, Joan. Wonderful figure, trim figure. Obviously, you know, she's looked after herself all her life and hasn't, you know, smoked or drank or done all the daft things that we do.
That the rest of us do,
And she was just incredible. Shirley Ann Field, beautiful, still beautiful.
Stunner, yeah.
Stunner.
Nora Batty?
Nora Batty. Oh, those wrinkled socks. And, of course, Claudia Cardinale.
Oh, now, what was she like?
Oh, beautiful inside and out. I did a film in Rome with her. I was with her for 5 months.
Yes.
Oh, boy, I can't wait to get back.
Fabulous. Do you feel there's anything in your acting career that you still haven't done? You've had so many roles.
Yeah, there's one thing I haven't done yet is reach 100 and still work. That's the only thing I'm really looking forward to.
Well, thank you very much for coming in to talk to us
Pleasure
today.
being here.
Lovely to see you. Norman Rossington, ladies and gentlemen. Where are you? Oh, you're over there. Don't go away, because straight after the break, the man who got millions of women very hot and sweaty every morning, that's the motivator himself, Derek Evans. Fives Company. Everybody go, yo! Yo!